Hey guys, so today we have another rare and limited edition video for the Ram 1500s. This is going to be part 3 already for these trucks, so there aren't too many left to cover, as I've already looked at 16 others in the first 2 parts combined. Make sure to check those episodes out in the description or top right corner if you're interested. I know that many of you also commented on those videos to include things like the Little Red Express or Dodge Dude, so I also will do a video like this for the Dodge D series very soon. So what's so special about these Rams in this video today? Well, each of these models had limited production with features or looks that weren't available otherwise, or they were a one-off special edition vehicle, or they were a collaboration between brands. Today we've got another 8 vehicles that you can find on screen, and let's get started. The first is a very rare truck that few know about, the 1990 Rod Hall Signature Edition. Originally, these were supposed to be released in 1987, but the NHTSA disallowed their sales, saying the truck had stiffer suspension that was untested and unfit for public roads. All 14 of those were recalled, but 32 were then released to the public in 1990. It's believed the first 5 were only available to Rod Hall, and then number 6 was the first available to the public. Obviously, as you can tell by the name, this truck paid homage to the legendary off-road racer Rod Hall. Hall was inducted in the Off-Road Motorsports Hall of Fame in 2005, some 45 years after he started his racing career in the 1960s. He burst onto the scene by going faster than others, while also having less vehicle damage. He set tons of ridiculous records, like a string of 37 consecutive race wins in the 1980s, racing in the first 50 Baja 1000 races until he was 80 years old. He has the most desert off-road race wins, and he remains the only driver to win the Baja overall in a 4-wheel drive vehicle. The ties to Dodge started in 1977, where Hall began that long winning streak driving a Class 4 Dodge during a time when Dodge trucks had nothing going for them. So these 1990 trucks were done by Carroll Shelby in Southern California, but the production run was cut short at 32, as Shelby had been suffering from serious heart ailments and received a heart transplant in 1990. As for the truck itself, the exterior was available in red, white, or black. It was based off the Dodge Ram D150 and came with a regular cab, gray interior, and the 5.2-liter 318 V8. Most of these were paired with either the 3-speed or 4-speed TORC Flight automatic transmission, and just a few had the very rare 4-speed manual option. 4-wheel drive was also an option too. Other features included Ultra wheels, a light bar, rear bumper, bed-mounted roll bar, Hickey grill guard, Rod Hall Race Series lights, Rod Hall shocks, and stripes that paid tribute to Hall's racing trucks. The interior has Rod Hall floor mats, a special steering wheel, and a dash plaque that tells you which number you have out of 32. So these trucks are pretty ordinary aside from the tweaks, however it's something you don't see very often, and by now these trucks have really been forgotten and slipped under the radar. Regardless, with only 32 of them out there, they are a super rarity. This next truck is a one-off pace truck that was created for the 2011 TORC series. TORC, or the Off-Road Championship, was an American national short course off-road racing series that toured through the US, with professional 4- and 2-wheel drive trophy trucks and a pro light class. For this particular year in 2011, Ram Trucks and Mopar announced joint sponsorship for the 2011 TORC series, so Ram would become the official vehicle of the series, and a Ram truck would serve as the official pace truck. Trackside, Ram and Mopar had a significant presence, bringing plenty of vehicles and offering test drives for fans. So of course that all meant that Mopar had to bring a badass pace truck, and they delivered with the 2011 Mopar Ram Runner, which features larger tires, more ground clearance, a beefier suspension, and the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 engine. The front fenders are steel and the red bedsides are replaced with fiberglass, and the truck is covered with the liquid metal Mopar Racing Scheme decals. Head of Mopar Sales and Product Development Jim Sassorossi spoke more about the TORC series, saying, quote, "We're all race nuts, it's in our DNA, and the TORC series gives us the opportunity to showcase our off-road capabilities and expand upon our short course racing heritage that dates back to the Walker Evans era," end quote. And Mopar even offered a Ram Runner aftermarket conversion kit for those that were interested. For this next truck, Ram partnered with another brand, this time Mossy Oak, which is a camouflage and outdoor lifestyle company based in West Point, Mississippi. This was a multi-year program where Ram Trucks sponsored Mossy Oak TV shows on the Outdoor Channel and the Pursuit Channel, and they got commercial slots and trucks used within the shows. They also brought out the Mossy Oak Edition Ram 1500 for 2012, took a 1-year hiatus, and had a return for 2014. So there's a 2012 and 2014 Mossy Oak Edition. Ram says that this truck is designed for enthusiasts who are passionate about the great outdoors, and they have the stats to back it up, saying that this is perfect for Ram 1500 owners. The demographics show that 30% hunt, 44% fish, 27% are boaters, and 42% are campers according to Ram. You can immediately see that the bed caps and tailgates are covered in Mossy Oak breakup infinity camouflage with a Mossy Oak logo on the rear quarter panels. You can also opt for additional lower cladding. The interior gets the same treatment with the Mossy Oak camo on the instrument panel and door panel inserts, along with the Mossy Oak logo embroidered in the headrests. Espresso Tuscany colored catskin leather seats were also an option. The Mossy Oak Edition was based on the Outdoorsman model, available exclusively as a Ram 1500 4x4 crew cab model, with either the 6'4" or 5'7" bed lengths for the 2014 versions. This limited edition was available in black, black gold pearl, and prairie pearl monotone on the exterior paint, and canyon brown or frost beige on the interior. As for the performance, the standard engine was the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 with 305 horsepower and 269 pound-feet of torque, but both the 3-liter EcoDiesel V6 with 240 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque, or the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 with 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque were also available, and all the engines were paired with the 8-speed automatic transmission. This truck had an MSRP of $41,180 US, which was just a $190 increase over the standard Ram 1500. The only thing that's unknown are the exact production numbers. I won't spend too much time on the next model here as it doesn't have too many features that separate it from a regular Ram 1500, but that would be the 2012 Lone Star 10th Anniversary Crew Cab. Ram first introduced the Lone Star Edition in 2002, selling this model exclusively in Texas to take advantage of the strong pickup market. Now the Lone Star makes up 30% of all the Ram sales in Texas, and by 2012, they put out the limited version for the 10th anniversary. This truck is only available in crew cab and has a few distinct features. First, there are huge Lone Star badges added on the doors. Paint choices include black, bright silver, bright white, deep cherry red, flame red, mineral gray, and true blue. Inside you'll find catskin perforated leather seats with Lone Star logos, and the same logo on the glove box and the floor mats. The 5.7-liter V8 Hemi comes standard as well with 390 horsepower, 407 pound-feet of torque, and a 6-speed automatic in this one. The Lone Star package is $1,500, which seems pretty expensive for what you're getting, and that does give the 2012 Lone Star a starting price of $36,440, again exclusively for Texas. Now we jump to 2017 where Ram released a Rebel Mojave Sand Edition, limited to just 1,500 units produced. This introduced a new color, Mojave Sand paint, for the first time on a Ram truck and exclusively available on this Rebel for 2017. Of course, this Mojave Sand builds upon the Ram Rebel canvas, an aggressive truck that's designed for off-roading. It's got 33-inch all-terrain tires, a factory lift, Bilstein shocks, skid plates, tow hooks, and different front grille design. One other thing, the Rebels have 4-corner air suspension that you can lower just by using the key fob for easier entry and exit of the vehicle. On the Sand Edition in particular, it comes with a performance hood with black decals and a new fully black interior. That features black anodized bezels on the doors, center console, instrument panel, and gauge cluster trim rings. The seats are all black as well, and light slate gray accent stitching traces the instrument panel, center console lid, doors, and seats, and this can only be had in crew cab configuration. As for the performance, there is a standard 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 engine with 4x4, but you can also opt for the 5.7-liter Hemi V8. This time it has 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque in either 4x2 or 4x4. The Mojave Sand adds a $595 price tag, bringing the total for this Ram Rebel to $45,590. Even though there's nothing too crazy about this package, the Mojave Sand color is just a brilliant look on the Ram Rebel. I also want to add that Ram did release another new color scheme for the 2017 Rebel that was called Blue Streak, which could be ordered with the Rebel Black appearance package. But the Blue Streak had no ordering limits and Ram made as many as were requested, but that number is unknown. So just thought I'd mention it. It's still definitely not as common as the other colors as you had to custom order these to get the Blue Streak. Sticking with that blue theme, 2018 saw another variation released, the Hydro Blue Ram 1500. Now this was the fourth in a series of special limited edition colors. The first three I went over in part 2, Sublime, Copper, and Ignition Orange. This one was limited to 2,000 units produced and had a starting price of $47,455, including a premium of $3,315 for the rare version. This truck is based on the Ram Sport, and that's available only on the crew cab, with the short bed and the 5.7-liter Hemi V8. Along with the striking paint job, it features a performance hood with black decals, new, at the time, body-colored sport grille with black billet inserts and Ram badge, and black body and tailgate badging. The projector headlights have black bezels, while the taillights are LEDs. Everything is hydro blue color, the front and rear bumper, side mirrors, and door handles. As for the wheels, two-wheel drive models got 20-inch alloys standard, but four-wheel drive versions get larger 22 inches, and both are gloss black. Inside, the blue continues with blue stitching on the instrument panel, heated steering wheel, and door trim. There are heated bucket seats with mesh inserts, and those have blue sport accents and the blue Ram logo on the sides of the headrests. There's also a blue instrument panel bezel, center console trim, and door spears to go along with a black headliner. Other sweet features that were optional here include tubular black or chrome side steps, active level air suspension, park sense and park view rear backup camera, and the Ram box storage system. We will end today's video off with the most expensive and most powerful truck on the list, the 2021 Ram 1500 TRX Launch Edition. These were limited to just 702 units because that's how much horsepower is under the hood, and the price was a staggering $90,265, which is nearly $20,000 more than the regular TRX starting price of $71,690. You might think that's a ton of money for a truck, but it sold out in just 3 hours, and I'm sure there were also tons of dealer markups. The only color available on the Launch Edition is Anvil Gray, which isn't found on any regular models. And this gets even bigger than the Ram 1500 size-wise, with an 8-inch wider body and 6-inch longer track. Of course, the key selling point is the 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8 under the hood, aka the Hellcat engine, and for this truck it makes 702 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque, with a maximum boost pressure of 11 psi. That means a 0 to 60 time of 4.5 seconds, quarter mile in 12.9 seconds, and a top speed of 118 miles per hour, tire limited, best in class. That's all paired with a ZF heavy-duty 8-speed automatic transmission. Those stats make the TRX the quickest, fastest, and most powerful production truck in the world. Of course, four-wheel drive is standard. As for the design, the new hood scoop provides 50% of the engine air intake, while the larger front grille provides the other half, and the Ram logo is flow-through as well. The truck sounds great with free-flow manifolds, a crossover, and 5-inch exhaust tips. As for the wheels, they are 18 by 9-inch alloys with 325/65 R18 Goodyear Wrangler Territory tires, developed exclusively for the TRX because nothing else on the market would fit. Beneath the wheels are the largest brakes in the segment, 15-inch vented rotors in the front and back, with 2-piston monoblock calipers in the front and single piston in the rear. Now, this truck is designed to handle rough terrain at 100 miles per hour plus, and thus the frame underneath the TRX is 75% different from a regular 1500. Just to mention a few things suspension-wise, there's a 2.5-inch lift, damping is taken care of by the Bilstein Blackhawk E2 performance shocks with nitro-charged remote reservoirs. Up front there are forged aluminum control arms and a proprietary active terrain dynamic system, and there are many forged steel components on the 5-link trailing arm design. In the rear there's a heavy-duty Dana 60 solid rear axle with full floating hubs, axle hop damper, and electronic locking differential, and 23.6-inch rear coil springs, the largest ever on a Ram vehicle. That all translates to some insane numbers that you can find on screen. As for the TRX Launch Edition specifically, it does come with the Level 2 equipment group standard, adding carbon fiber interior trim, red accent stitching, a heads-up display, beadlock capable wheels, a dual-pane panoramic sunroof, body graphics, 19-speaker Harman Kardon audio system, and just about everything else you can think of, like the Uconnect 4C 12-inch touchscreen, performance pages, and even off-road pages. There's also 6 dynamic drive modes, including 3 for off-roading, mud and sand, rock and baja, as well as launch control. So if you're still watching, that's the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I tried to give you as many details as possible on each model covered. Let me know which one was your favorite, and if you want to see the same type of thing for other models. I do have enough for a part 4 on the Ram 1500s, and as I said earlier, I do want to tackle the Ram D series as well. Anyways, thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.